Okay, well, today we are joined by a new student from the English learning community. Could you take a few moments to introduce yourself?
My name is Asfandyar and I'm from Pakistan. I'm 30 years old.
Okay, very welcome. Nice to have you here. So today we're going to be analyzing some sentences which will contain some grammar errors or maybe some other kinds of errors, and we're going to try and fix them together. Okay. So
Okay,
let's
okay, sir.
okay, right, let's take a look at the first sentence here, which is they communicate me in English. Okay. This is a sentence that you said earlier, right? They communicate
Yes,
me in English. So
in
here,
English. Yes,
right. So of course, this sentence is understandable, but we do have a problem with prepositions. Any
when
ideas?
they communicate in English problems, prepositions. In this,
Right. Yes. So
N is a preposition. N.
in is a preposition, but that preposition is actually fine because we can use the preposition in to reference a language, right? You know, we are speaking in English now, for example, right? What we need is we need an additional
Yes,
preposition between the verb communicate and the object pronoun me. Okay. What preposition could we
yes.
put there? Any ideas?
Any other preposition?
Yes, so a preposition between communicate and me.
Yes, they communicate me in English also. So also we can also put also is also a preposition.
Well, also
They
is
communicate me in English also.
well, you could add
Uh,
also, but
Yes, yes, we could add also.
also is an adverb, right? It would work, but it still doesn't really fix the problem, right? You could say, or the better option would be to say they communicate with me in English.
Yes, with me in English. Yes, they
Right.
communicate with me in English also.
So here it's necessary to use the preposition with. All right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
great. Let's take a look at our next sentence here. So books is also written in English. Okay. Books is also written in
yes.
English. Here we have a problem with verb forms. Okay. Verb form
Work
problem.
on.
What do you think?
Yes, yes. Work is written.
So the
Written
word
is
written is fine because
yes,
it's a passive structure. Let's
yes,
look. What about the verb is? Okay. Could there be a problem with is in this sentence?
yes. Book is also written in English.
So
Book
so so
was
here,
also written. It we can also write was or not.
no, I think the present simple tense is fine because it's like a general comment, right? General piece of information. The issue is that is, as a form of the
Yes,
verb to be, is singular.
yes. It
So
is also in present tense. Yes,
we could use is if we were talking about one book, for example. However,
yes.
you said books. Books is
Books
also written in
are
English.
also. So books we can put as are. A
That's
R E.
the point. Fantastic.
Books.
Books
Yes.
are also written in
Are
English.
also written in English. Yes, yes, sir.
This is the point. So if basically if the subject, in this case the subject is the noun books, is plural,
Yes.
then we must use the
Are.
verb are as the form of the verb to be
Yes.
if we're using present
Books.
simple tense. Okay?
Yes, it's plural. Books are plural.
Exactly. Good. All right. Okay. What about this sentence here? They know English good. They know English good.
Very good. We can put for adjective very good.
Well, very, very would be more of an adverb, really. The issue here is that
Yes.
good is an adjective.
Adjective is a good here.
Yeah. So in standard
Yes.
English, good is normally considered to be an adjective.
Because adjective or adverb when we yes sir. Because adjective or adverb when we add some things to the meanings of our so they know English very good. Here good is also adjective.
The problem, though, is that we use adjectives generally to describe
Yes.
nouns or pronouns
Yes.
potentially. But here we are describing the verb know. Okay. So
Yes.
what we need to do in order to fix this problem is to convert the adjective good into its
Yes.
corresponding adverb.
Adverb. Yes. So
What would that be?
we can also write this. They know English very good.
What about they know English very well?
Good.
Yeah, or they know
Very well.
English well.
Yes. Very well or very good.
Well would be the
Very
better
well.
choice.
Well is the
Well is
best option.
because
Yes.
we're using an adverb here to describe the verb.
Yes.
Okay.
Anubhav. So
I've put some other alternative solutions which are slightly more advanced. For example, you could
mhm.
say they have a strong knowledge of English,
Up English. Yes.
or they have a strong grasp of English,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
in a metaphorical sense, we can use the word grasp to indicate understanding.
Yes. Grasp
Okay.
are they have a strong hold on English.
Potentially. Mm, I think grasp would be the ideal choice
Yes, sir.
in my
Yes.
view. Okay.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
I've got a couple more sentences to consider here. A first one is I've worked as a pro just make a small modification to my notes here. Yeah. I've worked as a primary school teacher from 4 years.
Yes.
Okay. I've worked as a primary school teacher from 4 years. Here
Yes.
we have an issue with the
Listen,
preposition from.
yes.
Okay.
So,
How can we fix this?
we can I also write here that I have worked as a primary school teacher since 4 years. Yeah, since 19 since 2019.
2019. Okay. So if you use a
Yes.
specific date, then
That
you can
so
use the
we use
preposition since.
since.
In that case, if you use a
Yes.
date, like a year, 2019. But if we look at the original
Yes.
sentence, you didn't put a date, right? You put a period, a duration of time, 4 years.
Mm.
So
Yes.
if we accept that we're referencing a period, a duration of time, what would
So
be the appropriate preposition?
then I will change from to I have worked as a primary school teacher for 4 years.
For 4 years. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
So so the key point here is that we use since to reference specific dates, right? And for
Yes.
to indicate the period of time that has elapsed.
Ye-
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Great. One final point here. You're doing very well so far. Thank you for your efforts.
Okay, sir.
You're welcome. What about just look at this loaded here? Okay. So it's international language. It's international language. This was from near the beginning of our conversation today. So, and this was
Yes.
said in reference to English. Okay, so it's international language. In this sentence, we have a problem with determiners.
Yes.
A, have you heard of this term, determiners, before?
No,
Any?
it's here is the first time.
Okay, so just explain this for the benefit of the group. So the determiners are a form of adjective which indicate the particular reference that a noun will have. So they can
Mm.
include articles, so like the definite and indefinite articles, so the, a, and an in English. They could also include declaratives, so this, that, these, those. It can also include possessive adjectives, so my, your, his, her, etc. Might be a good idea to do a bit of additional research into determiners. So in our particular sentence here, it's international language. We
Yeah.
need to include a determiner, more specifically an article, between it's and international, between those two words. Any ideas what we could include there?
English is international language. So it's international language. We were in reference to English. So we must put English is international language.
You could put that, but we knew
Yes.
we knew from the context that you were referring to English because you'd mentioned English in the previous sentence or one of the previous sentences. What about these
Yes. Yes.
solutions? So you could say
It's
it's
international.
an international language, and if we use the indefinite article, we're
Yes,
being
because it's have vowels. It's have vowels.
in well, yes, that's true that it'll be a and not a because international begins with the vowel I, and we can use the
Yes.
indefinite article an because we're being
It's the
non-specific.
international language.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there are multiple international languages, right?
So
Spanish is international, French is
the
international.
article is
Mhm.
correct here, sir.
So an is the indefinite article. Yes, correct.
Okay, sir. It's
Okay, so that's one option, that it's one of several international languages. It would also be correct to say it's the international language, although the meaning,
I-
it would change slightly because you're indicating that it's, as in, the main
so
international language, the dominant international language. Yeah.
it's my in my points of view, it's an international language is correct. It's
They
an international
they
language.
they could both work potentially. So it would depend what your exact intentions were in that
Yes.
moment. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that's everything that I have to share with you today. So, thank you very much for working with me on those notes.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, sir.